Welcome to Vocabulary 17113. Your directions today are first, complete the Cornell notes for Vocabulary 17113 as you are watching this video. Then use the Cornell notes to complete the exercise at the end of the presentation. Remember, you have this video in your Google Classroom. You can watch and pause it as many times as needed. We have two essential questions today. One, how do we use the correct word to discuss English topics? Two, what is the best definition, description, or example to use? Let's look at essential question number one. How do we use the correct word to discuss English topics? We use the correct word by expanding our academic vocabulary. Essential question number two, what is the best definition, description, or example to use? Let's look at the words. The first word is analogy. The definition of analogy is comparing two things alike in some way. For example, socks are to feet the way that gloves are to what? The answer is hands. The next word is details. Details are the items or parts that make up the larger picture or the story. For example, for a camping trip, you might have a flashlight. You might have a tent. You might see porcupines. All of these are the details that make up the story of a camping trip. The next word is imagery. Imagery are the sensory details of a work. Visual, or what you see. Auditory, or what you hear. Tactile, or what you feel. And these are the details that are evoked by the words of the literary work. Purpose is the reason for writing that includes to inform, to persuade, and to entertain. Remember the pie chart? P is for persuade, I is for inform, E is for entertain. Mood. Mood is the overall feeling or atmosphere that a writer creates. Think of mood like the emojis you feel when you read something. Inference. Inference is combining information that you have read with information that you know to make a reasonable guess. You put what you read together with what you know, and you come up with an inference. Diction is word choice. We always want to find the best word to use, so we make very careful choices. Point of view is the vantage point from which the story is told. Who is telling the story? Text structure is the organization pattern the author uses. The author might use description, sequence, comparison and contrast, cause and effect, or problem and solution. Simile is a comparison using the words like or as. Something could be cold as ice. You could be as blind as a bat. Something could be as flat as a pancake, or as wise as an owl, as big as an elephant, as white as snow, as light as a feather, or as busy as a bee. Your exercise is to complete the Google form for vocabulary 17113. It is due December 6th at 9 a.m.